Hey everyone, welcome back to the Solo to Entrepreneur show with me, Lorraine Chai. So today I want to ask you a simple but powerful question. How do the most successful entrepreneurs stay calm and in control when everything around them seems to be spiraling out of control? How do you manage calmness and being in control when everything around you seems to be spiraling out of control? Well, let me take you to somewhere personal, to North Carolina. Maybe you're local, maybe you've been there, maybe you haven't. But if you haven't, you should know this place is a whirlwind. One day it's sweltering heat that could melt your car. The next day it's snow or this yellow weird dust floating in the air. If you were visiting for the first time, you probably think, what the? But here's the real story. North Carolina isn't just about unpredictable weather. It's about melting pot of people chasing second chances, third chances, sometimes even fourth. People from all walks of life converge here. City meets the South, tradition meets hustle, all trying to make this weird, wild place home. Now, why am I telling you about the weather and people of North Carolina on a business podcast? Because business is exactly the same. Chaos, unpredictability, and change are constant. Whether you're a CEO, a founder, or someone who just didn't plan to be a business owner, or maybe you're employed with the vision of possibly being a business owner, but yet here we are, yet here you are. The unpredictable is your everyday. Maybe you were let go from your corporate job and had to start fresh. Maybe you inherited a business or you bought one without experience and went all in, like I did with migrating to the US. No matter your story, you know that nothing in business flows smoothly. You should know that, in fact. People leave, partnerships fracture, life's events like divorce, illness, or loss hit hard. And suddenly, you're juggling more than you signed up for. The world doesn't stop for you to recover. Your bills don't pause for you to catch up. So what will you do? What should you do for your future, for your family? Here's a real question for you. Are you a fighter or are you someone that flights from a fight? Do you tough it out, adapt, and find a new way? Or do you take the easy exit and retreat to what's comfortable? I hear this a lot. People quitting because it's got too hard. Just like a kid who stops playing an instrument because mastering it takes too much work. But here's something I want you to remember. Excuses are just that, excuses. Let me share a quick story about Sam. One of the entrepreneurs I worked with. Sam was frustrated when she came to me. The harder she worked, the more money she made, yet it felt like she was earning less. Money was leaking out in places she couldn't see. Together, we mapped out her days, writing down what felt negative and why, but also pinpointed what was working by recognizing when to adapt, when to fight smarter, not just harder. Sam stops leaking profit and started working less. That's the difference between reactive chaos and proactive chaos. It's something even myself am continuously growing and improving. One of my mentors, what I've learned is to try and always adapt and change and try and snap out of the negativity within a millisecond that people do not see. Being in control doesn't mean having no problems. It means mastering the mental models and habits that keep you calm, clear-headed, and purposeful, which I think many of you are You have a purpose and reason why you started a business, even when everything else feels out of your hands. Now, some might say, Lorraine, you grew up in Australia. You had a silver spoon in your mouth. Family of doctors. What do you know about this struggle, this thing called struggle? Here's the truth. I made a choice many years ago to start from scratch as many times as needed. If that means my father was trying to bribe me to come back to Malaysia, bribing me to giving me a car fully paid, house fully built, just for me to return, versus me wanting to start a business, a brand solo in Australia where no one knew who my parents was compared to me growing up in Malaysia where everyone knew who my parents were. With me migrating yet again to the US. Why? To moving to somewhere more unfamiliar where I knew literally no one. Here's the truth. I made that choice. And I went with it. I'm not here because things were easy. I'm here because I learned to adapt. Sure, tears here and there, but I learned to adapt, to keep pushing forward when everyone else was turning back. Sure, I lost friends along the way, gained new ones. Being a business owner isn't about waiting for the perfect weather or reading every forecast right. It's about learning from every storm. Nobody's perfect. Perfection is just a moving target anyway. But everyone can get, and it's a choice that everyone are capable of being better or bettering themselves 1% every day. Try, fail, pivot, evolve. Now, George, another client of mine, realized he was too comfortable, too safe, and that was slowing him down. So he got uncomfortable, canceled all his Netflix and games, took on many more risks, and pushed himself. If that means downsizing to a smaller apartment, downsizing from his sports car to just a regular sedan, he did it. The results, bigger home, thriving business, an ability to be present for his kids in ways he never could imagine. And that means he was able to do what he always wanted to do, have time to be present for his kids, to show up for every soccer, dance class, performance, award ceremony, anything that they have, to support them emotionally, mentally, physically, to be able to teach them success means hard work, to be able to be there for them when they needed him most. So where are you right now? Comfortable or stuck? Fighting an uphill battle? Or ready to take back control, to master your business destiny no matter what chaos surrounds you? Imagine this. What if there was a clear way to cut through the noise, the overwhelm, and finally feel in command, to unlock more profit with less grind, to lead with calm purpose instead of reactive panic? If that prospect excites you even a little, I want you to do something right now. Like this episode, leave a comment with your biggest chaos challenge and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Because mastering control isn't a secret. It's a skill, and it's something that can be helped and something I help entrepreneurs build every day. Here's what I want you to do before we end today's episode. I want you to grab a notebook on top of this and jot down your top 3 daily frustrations in your business. Not in your head. Grab a pen, a pencil, and write it on a piece of paper, a notebook will prefer, so you don't lose it. Start tracking how you respond to each of these challenges. This is something that I teach my clients to do, is to track down, analyze, evaluate your day. So start tracking how you respond to each challenge, fight, flight, or whether or not you freeze. Commit to one small adaptive action this week. Try a new approach, delegate, or just say no. Remember, it's like being on a plane. Put on the breathing oxygen mask on yourself first. You have to do that before you are going to be able to help people around you. Remember, success is just around the corner. Are you there to fight for it? Or are you there to freeze? Or just walk away from it? The choice is yours. What will you do?